back with part 2 of how to reduce the look of your hip dips. Again, there is nothing wrong with hip dips. Everybody has hip dips. Hip dips are literally the way your skeleton is shaped. It is the indentation between your hip bone and your thigh bone. Everybody has it. Some people just have a little more fat that fills in that indentation, as I told you in my other video. I just want to explain 2 excessive joint movements that you should avoid in order to improve the look of your indentations. The first one is hip hyperextension, and the second one is external hip rotation. So let me demonstrate. For example, if you're doing squats, let's say you're doing deadlifts. So you're bringing down the weight, and when you come up, some people go past this straight line and they hyperextend their hips forward to get more of a squeeze. But when you hyperextend your hips forward, you're working more of that gluteus medius that I was telling you about. And when you work that muscle more and it grows, that indentation looks more indented. And then the second is external hip rotation, which means when you are rotating your hip or your leg outside of your body, any movement where you're doing this works this upper glute, the medius area. So when you're doing banded sidewalks and where you're doing hip abduction exercises, the machine or the band, if you're doing frog pumps, if you are doing fire hydrants, if you are doing clamshells, all of those exercises where you're moving your thighs and your joints outside of your body is working this upper gluteus medius area. So what I do is I always try to focus my exercises in the center of my body. I don't try to extend my legs out too much, because then that works that gluteus medius. So you're saying, what am I supposed to do? So any exercise you do, even if you're doing hip thrusts, like you're doing hip thrusts and you're laying down doing glute bridges or hip thrusts, ensure that once you come up with the exercise, that you're not going past the straight line. You're not going past this. You're just keeping it straight in line. And if you want to work your side booty, well, you know what? When you're doing lunges and hip thrusts, when you do not go past this point, you are still working your glutes. So you don't, and the side booty, without working the top. Yeah, it's really that simple. Hip hyperextension, external hip rotation, try to avoid. That's it. So again, if you have any questions, ask me below and I'll get back at you as soon as I can. Have a good night, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.